happy within yourself and be able to cater for everything that being a mum requires.
Justine Conway, 9 News.
Joshua Dorr joins me now with sport. And Josh, Damien Lane has done it again.
He has, Alison. He's now on the verge of an historic quaddie as the Japanese rain on our shores hits the Cox Plate. Also tonight, a luckless WA Quick departs the Aussie camp. Is his summer over? And wet and wild weather hits the island, leaving the world's best stranded. AJ Tyre's preparations for next year's World Cup have hit a huge road bump, struck down by an elbow injury just hours out from Australia's first T20. The news is better for skipper Aaron Finch, declaring himself fit to face Sri Lanka.
Aaron Finch didn't hold back. The Australian skipper shrugging off a side strain to prove his fitness.
Yeah, all good, ready to go. I felt really good batting there in particular.
But West Australian quick Andrew Tye could be out for the summer after injuring his elbow in a throwing drill.
So it was just a little bit off balance and I think it was a bit of a sidearm slingy type throw and just felt a little pop in there.
The onus now on towering quick Billy Stanlake, who's keen to go through the 150k mark.
My job to go out there, bowl fast and aggressive. Yeah, that's going to be what I'm looking to do, is go out there and pretty much bowl as fast as I can at times. Aggression
the key for this Australian squad.
We want wickets in the power play and we want runs in the power. It's a lot of games that is the most crucial part.
Selectors to place more emphasis than ever before on the shortest format, with just 12 months until the T20 World Cup arrives on home soil.
By having the same team or similar squads for 12 months will give each player a lot of confidence in each other to be able to do that role.
That includes Steve Smith, who's looking good ahead of his first T20 international in almost 4 years. Sri Lanka with no set plan for the test run machine.
We want to stick with our basic. We not much think about opposition. We have to stick our basic cricket.
Tomorrow's game, the first of 15 T20s Australia will play ahead of next year's World Cup. Jack Becketta, 9 News.
In the WBBL, the Scorchers are off the mark with their first win, a 9-wicket victory over Brisbane. Skipper Meg Lanning and Amy Jones both hitting half-centuries, putting on 129 for the first wicket and making light work of the Heat's total of 146.
And that's poor bowling. He gets what it deserves, and Jones follows Lanning into the 50s. Terrific stuff from the Englishwoman.
They'll face the Adelaide Strikers tomorrow morning. WA's Damien Lane has become the first jockey to complete a remarkable trifecta after victory in the Cox Plate with Liz Gracheur. The favourite proved a popular winner with punters as Japan extended its domination of the spring racing carnival.
Her feats won't ever be forgotten, but with Winks retired, it was time to crown a new champion. Mystic Journey carried Australian hopes, yet for the second straight week, Japan reigned supreme.
Lee Gracheur down the outside, Castle Vecchio a length, but here comes Lee Gracheur. Lee Gracheur stomps up, and the land of the rising sun wins the Cox Plate.
Delight for trainer Yoshito Yahagi, while jockey Damien Lane enters rarefied air, becoming the first hoop to win a Golden Slipper, Caulfield Cup and now Cox Plate in the same year.
Grow up as a racing fan watching this race and watching my idols win this race, and to now be on the honour roll is just such a privilege.
Earlier, the perfect lead-in for Melbourne Cup entrant Hunting Horn.
Hunting Horn has won the Moonee Valley Gold Cup from Mr. Quickie.
Trained by Aidan O'Brien, the European galloper was immediately slashed from $51 to $18 for the Cup, while in the Group 2 Crystal Mile, a major upset from another international.
Chief Ironside coming with best of days, it's a head bobber, Chief Ironside.
But in the Group 2 Phillies Classic, there was simply no splitting them.
Fascinos is trying to kick back in the middle, just in front. Lafalay's coming out and they reach the line. Nearly a dead heat photo.
It is a dead heat. A dead heat on Cox Plate Day.
Trainers Kieran Maher and Henry Dwyer forced to share honours. Braden Ingram, 9 News.
Defence has been the focus all week and Trevor Gleeson's coaching efforts paid off in the Wildcats' 31-point thrashing of the Phoenix. The Cats' confidence receiving a huge boost as they travel east to face the Hawks tomorrow.
Perth's claws are out.
And Hart making an impact early.
Trevor Gleeson's pink dream inspiring the Wildcats and grounding the Phoenix.
That's Wildcats basketball. We cared for each other. We had each other's back. We're unselfish out there. And that's what I'm proud of.
Giving the competition newcomers a taste of what it's like to play in the jungle.
Phoenix trying to work their way back into this.
I was really excited about coming in here because it's the toughest environment there is.
Down 23 points at half-time, Simon Mitchell's focus no longer on beating the Red Army.
There's one for the highlights reel.
It was more of a, where am I going to find the resilience in our group?
A fair question given star pair Mitch Creek and John Roberson hit just 17 points between them, a far cry from their individual average of 25.
We knew it was a game where we really had to lock in on those two players because Mitch and Roberson, they've had a hell of a season so far.
It was cutting off angles, it was making sure there was ball pressure so he's not getting clean looks. There's all those little things.
Taruko White and Bryce Cotton back to their best, totalling 33 points, 6 rebounds and 9 assists.
He's living the dream, Bryce Cotton.
He was definitely going all out, full blaze, and that's the way you want to play.
And they plan to back it up against Illawarra. The Hawks coming off the back of a 31-point loss to the Breakers. Keziah Dawn, 9 News.
Former Diamond shooter Nat Medhurst believes captain Caitlin Bassett holds the key to stopping Australia's turnover glut in tomorrow's Constellation Cup decider. The Aussies handed the ball back 11 more times in the second half of their Game 3 loss, which Medhurst says has given the Silver Ferns a mental edge.
A lot of the turnovers are actually coming through her hands, which for a shooter is very unusual because they generally don't touch the ball too much. So yeah, she really needs to rally the troops and make sure that she really leads by example out there.
Medhurst will be part of Nine's coverage of the clash, live from 10 a.m. Victoria's wild weather has forced officials to cancel qualifying for the Phillip Island MotoGP. Riders will resume tomorrow, the drastic action triggered by a string of ugly crashes.
Spectacular, but so unbelievably dangerous.
Goodness me, that is some speed.
Gale-force winds of up to 60 kilometres an hour forcing stewards to red flag qualifying. The body count quickly growing before racing was suspended altogether.
That is absolutely outrageous. Oh, wow, that's Olympic gymnastics. I mean, that's ridiculous. It was literally kissing the front fender there.
Chaos too in the supercars where Chaz Mostert's weekend ended early.
He's in the fence hard!
Jamie Whincup and Craig Lowndes escaping the carnage for just their second win this year. Damien Cook is in no danger of missing next weekend's Tonga test, despite his partner being heavily pregnant.
Just going to go home and spend some time over the weekend before I head to New Zealand. You're going to have a little boy? No, I think it's a little girl. A little Jillaroo. Little Jillaroo.
The Kangaroos too sharp for the Kiwis in a dominant 26-4 win. Boyd Cordner now with trophies for his club, state and country. Leicester City has made more EPL history.
There's only ever been one 9-goal victory in Premier League history. Make that 2!
Hat-tricks to Jamie Vardy and Jose Perez helping thrash Southampton 9-0, equalling the biggest ever win. And Sam Kerr has added another accolade to the trophy cabinet. Named MVP of the US Women's Soccer League.
Huge thanks to the girls. They have to put up with me all season and, 18 goals doesn't come from just one player.
She's a modest champ, our
She's amazing.
Kerr. I mean, 18 goals is a huge record effort,
it's
Alison.
incredible.
She'll be hoping to add some more silverware with their grand final on Monday.
How do you think they'll go? So she's playing for the Chicago Red Stars?
She is against North Carolina. They will crush it. They've had a great year and there's no stopping her.
All right. Fantastic. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Josh. Australia's northern neighbour, the top choice for students studying overseas. Why thousands are making the move to Indonesia. That's next.